How did that actor come out of all this other avenues? That
I've never been beaten in my pet event.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard work. But people get it wrong. People think when you say hard work that it's about, going and cutting a tree or, cultivating. I have a policy where I endorse just one brand in one category, whether I have a contract or otherwise.
He's used to taking his own decisions. He can't. I think that's the reason that you're not taking up.
No, they are not. So hard work is only way to basically, be a winner.
Kishu, the model, what kind of person is he? Fussy about his clothes or brands? Or
You
what?
have never
I'm
modeled,
very
right? Have you modeled like?
It's about being loved by others. It's about winning in the eyes of others.
Welcome to Fame Game, when one has a top corporate leader such as Kishu Gomes on the show, and the CV runs into a thesis. I do not know where to start and I do not know where to end. But where we can start is my co-host and him are currently on a film set. The actors, please stop now. I'm out of that story.
Well, acting, I think, is just only one aspect of that entire CV that we received before the show. So let's start from there.
Sure.
What is the actor like in you? How did that actor come out of all this other avenues that
Truthfully,
you...
just that, people thought that I had that talent, hidden in me.
And I think the looks also played a major role in that.
I have no idea.
Very modest now.
So I was invited, in fact, by somebody to act in a...
How long ago was this?
Movie first. And it was filmed, produced, all of that. Hasn't been released yet.
Wow.
I don't know for what reason. So this was done about 6 years ago.
Okay. So that was your first?
That was my first one. And then I was invited to act in a teledrama, which became the most popular teledrama for almost 2.5 years, close to 3 years.
What was that, Kishu?
It was Paradige.
Okay.
Paradige.
It was like a mega teledrama.
Yeah, mega teledrama. And I think it had 550 episodes.
That's huge.
550.
Mega
So
one.
I must have acted in at least 50 episodes or more.
Only? Okay. But still there.
Right. So, it was, the role was the job I did, for the American
So you get cornered
multinational.
into roles like that, no? Into your personality or character in real life.
That is exactly what has happened, thereafter. Currently I'm acting in another teledrama, which is
DIG Eric De Silva.
DIG, Senior DIG.
Senior
De
DIG.
Silva.
So that's out of corporate world.
And then where I met her, in acting was a movie where I played the role of a army officer. So I don't know. I told both directors that I don't think that I can play the role of a army officer or a police officer. And those two thought otherwise. Said so. I just asked one question: do you think I have the ability to be able to play that role? Kept on saying, very convincingly that I could. So I said, if that's the case, I'm okay. So that's what it is.
So from all the avenues that you've been in during your journey, what is your favorite? What do you like to be called on? Like if you had to pick, okay, this is what I like to be or whatever. Or
It's my formal role, being the corporate leader I am. Nothing to replace that. That's my core. And I would want, that core to be maintained until I die. I don't mind, trying other things, around it, but not to replace that. So
Not the
I
model,
like to be,
not the singer.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not
I like
the
to be,
athlete, not the motivator.
Motivator, yes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
or whatever. But yes, I mean, to be known and respected and admired and loved, as the corporate leader. So that is what it is.
So
to be
let's
very
talk
honest.
about this athletic journey that you had, because a lot of people don't know that side of you. I think they see the
Not much, I guess.
The
Yeah.
lesser known part.
yeah. So
Right. So I mean, during school days, all what I did was sports and getting engaged in various extracurricular activities, and I spent more time running and getting engaged in various activities, in organizing, conducting, and so on and so forth. So sports was my life during my school days. So obviously when you are young, you teachers get you to run, and then they pick the faster ones, and then they are put for various events. So that's how my talent was identified
Discovered,
by the
yeah.
teachers. And
Why didn't you
I did-
pursue that as well?
well,
parallelly?
yeah. So I mean, I've never been beaten in my pet event.
yeah.
110 meter hurdles. Never been beaten by anybody in the world. Right?
The
It's
record
so
is still there?
sad.
The record
So
is still there?
sad. No, I mean, record was broken.
Okay.
Subsequently, it's just that I started working, and I had to give up my athletic career with that, because work became very, very challenging. And at the age of 19, I got this very serious job at Coca-Cola, where I was heading sales promotions, special events, public relations, all of that. I had a massive budget then, over 60-70 million rupees.
Everybody was after you for sponsorships.
Of course, yeah. I mean,
Still
Coca-Cola.
there, I think, with the companies that he works
yeah, now, yes.
No, Coca-Cola then was one of the biggest companies, and today with all the other companies, emerging and doing well, the brand has become, just another brand. But one time, Colombo had
was
only
the
4-5
brand, yeah.
brands. People can, basically, depend on for sponsorships and for support. So literally all the schools were behind me. And
How do you say no to this?
yeah,
Kids
no,
who come with uncle, please, sir, please.
True. So I was Ayya then, by my
Sorry.
this
Oh my God.
So I was only 18
He's
and a half,
Ayya
19.
still to
He's
me.
still Ayya, yeah. But Mali to me actually.
Right, so girls say 14, 15, 16. So obviously.
So were you there? I
Ayya.
Diasz? Did they come and eyeball you and stuff like that?
Of course, there were incidents.
Did you enjoy?
Let's not talk about that
yeah, many. I mean, to be very honest with you.
now. So your sponsorship was mainly towards the betterment of sport, or was it like, because you have I have read that you helped Sri Lanka rugby.
So that
and-
was under the other company, Caltex.
okay.
I supported Sri Lankan rugby for 13 long years. I think the longest
Indo
ever-
cricket, yeah.
Indo cricket, for about 4 or 5 years, when Kaluvitarana was basically, leading that effort for Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka actually hosted a World Cup as well, and then Caltex sponsored it. And then apart from rugby, motorsports. So there was a time when the company that I worked for headed literally sponsored all the racing.
Motor racing, yes.
Riding events and all the riders and drivers in Sri Lanka.
Racing, motor race.
Yeah, so I mean, it was tough, because I mean there were times when there were two massive national events, one happening in down south, the other happening in Kandy or Mayangana. So there have been days when I had to drive 450 kilometers,
Kishu. Ooh.
right, working literally 22 hours or 24 hours round the clock, basically. I mean, one incident I would never forget is that during July, when Kataragama festival was happening, I mean, you get selling rights, so to speak. You go get the event and you sell exclusively your products, and you brand the entire area, territory. So it becomes,
You mark, stamp it.
yeah, no one else can
Yeah.
invade, kind of thing. So I ended that event at 11:30 at night, and following day was Gamudawa in Mayangana. during President Ranasinghe Premadasa's time. So obviously, Coca-Cola had taken selling rights there as well, which is a big event. I mean, you have 15, 20 stalls,
Massive, yeah.
about 200 people, working around the clock. So following day at 2 p.m. was the opening. So I had to travel from Kataragama to Mayangara. And this was in 1989. If you remember, there were various incidents, happening due to political conflicts and, all of that. So the road from Kandy to Mayangana, they used to close it by 6 p.m. and no one can go beyond Kandy.
Okay.
So obviously, I had special passes, all of that. So Army allowed me to travel. So Velamiti, Dahata, Wango, all that, we had to navigate. So at the end, so I mean, same day morning, I left, Colombo at about 3:30 or something to get to Kataragama at, 7 or 8 or something. So I've been driving 450, 470 kilometers.
No driver?
No driver then. I mean, you're a young executive.
Okay.
A young executive, you're just 19 and a half or 19 years, so you won't get drivers. Of course, the unit had drivers. It's just that, for my own car, which was provided by the company, of course, there was no driver. So, yeah, I've been through all of that.
So experiences, you would have had many, like you just mentioned. Yeah. What is the most challenging experience that you've had in your corporate career, let's say?
Working for an American company and heading it for 19 long years. And you guys probably know that I have this recognition.
The youngest?
As the youngest to be appointed by an American multinational company. One day, that can be broken, but I'm also the longest serving multinational CEO.
Oh, still not broken? Youngest?
Still not, no. Those two records are intact still, but I want, somebody to, break it as soon as possible.
Yours was a brilliant tenure as in Sri Lanka tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Said that they didn't actually get you back, or you were not allowed to continue.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
No, it's just that I decided to step down because that's not the right place for me. Day before the election, I decided to render my resignation, and I should have actually left a few months before. But
oh, really?
Yeah, but I decided that no, I should continue until the election to be able to guard my reputation, because had I rendered my resignation back then 3 months before, 4 months before, people would have thought that I was not able to basically take on the challenge of the tourism recovery post East attack. Right? So I mean, it's a world record. I mean, there's so many case studies that you can lay your hands on. France attack to London attack, Indonesia, Bali attack, Bangkok. A country generally takes
recovery period
13 months, to be able to recover. But in our case, it's a case where 347 people got injured, some of them severely, and 42 people died, representing 90 countries in the world. So by far the worst ever terrorist attack on tourism. Everyone today talks about churches being attacked. You have reasons to talk about it, but nobody is today talking about the fact that the same terrorist group targeted 4 tourist hotels, the best hotels in Colombo. Yeah. And luckily the fourth one did not trigger some technical issue, and the guy took it back to the Hivala where it went off. So key 3 hotels got bombed off, and so it was a tremendous challenge for me. Obviously, everyone thought that, it would take 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, before they're able to face the international media. And I thought otherwise. So 4 days after the East attack, there was this mega tourism exhibition happening in Dubai. We had already signed up to go and showcase our tourism products, together with the minister and then few, top level people and the hoteliers as well, representing the Hoteliers Association, Slito and all of them. So the authorities, let me term it that way, decided that they should not go.
You thought otherwise?
saying that we have nothing to say. We had nothing to say, by then. So I said, no, this is the time we should go explain
Exactly.
as to what happened, why it happened, and what measures we've taken as a country to be able to, put the situation under control, create a safe environment for the people to be able to, come back and enjoy our country, beautiful country. So I took the flight, and Sri Lankan Airlines CEO also, decided to join with me. So we went, and few hoteliers as well. So when I went and landed at the Dubai airport,
You went without permission? From the
no, with permission.
Oh.
With permission. So I told the government that I want to go. Said if you want to go, go. So by then, the army commander, then General Mahesh Senanayake, had assigned an investigation unit for me to be able to get information, share with the rest of the world, and for me to be able to have the right content, which are basically militarily right and accurate, so that I can handle the situation better. So I've been getting feedback from the intelligence unit. So with that only I went, and I was in touch with them even on the flight and after landing. So there were 20 cameras, at the airport. But following day, we had also planned a press conference, to be able to promote tourism products, blue whales to dolphins to whatnot. So then some of the people who went with me said, let's go, but let's not have the press conference. What are we going to talk about? I said, no, we're not going to cancel it. We're going to have the press conference as well. So the diplomat who was there in Dubai at that time, supported me fully. So I told these media guys who were there at the airport that I would not be speaking at this time, but following day there'll be this press conference. Come over, I'll answer all your questions. So quickly vanished, and following day I went to the pavilion. The press conference was supposed to be at 1 p.m. but CNN came the moment we opened the pavilion. Some seniors, not just reporters, they came and spoke to me and said, we want to put you on air. So I said, no, we have this press conference happening and I need to be fair by all the other reporters. So therefore I don't think it's the right thing to speak to you only at this point. So they were not taking that as an answer, kept on agitating. And I thought, what the heck, let me take it on. So in fact, later I realized that they were talking to me not to, convince me to, test if I had the courage, the skill to be able to, go on air live. So it was the first time a Sri Lankan was, put on air, covering the entire world, right? So that interview is still there on Google.
I watched it.
Yeah, you watched it, right? So I spoke, and then in the afternoon at 1 p.m., we had invited only 40 press guys, and we had 160, and there were no seats, for them to be able to sit. They were standing holding cameras. So I started off by saying, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry for what happened. I mean, putting it in a concise way.
Yeah.
I know, so sorry for what happened, and we thought we had the safest country in the world after squashing the most ruthless terrorist organization in the world back in 2009, and that's where we made the mistake. So sorry about it, and in that right tone. And then I asked a question. I asked the question this way: can any leader in the world make a statement saying his or her country is safe,
100%
and that
safe.
there will not be any terrorist attack? So, I mean, they were just very silent. And I said, the safest country today can be the most vulnerable country tomorrow. That's how I started off. And then went on to explain, talking about all the measures we had taken. It was very interesting and very challenging, obviously.
But
very emotional also.
Very emotional as well. I mean, I had to literally provide security to all the hotels. I mean, I led that, effort. So military was very, very supportive. The government was very supportive. Then Prime Minister, Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe called me and said, Kishu, you take any decision and I will support you. And didn't mean that, I didn't have to go through the procurement process and, all of that. But navigated them, beautifully. And we recovered just in 6.5 months and ended the year at 1.9 million tourists and generated a revenue of $3.9 billion. So wonderful effort. I think, I just went beyond the scope of the question. So day before the election, I decided to render my resignation, saying that the elected new government, will want to make their own decision, and I am basically giving that free opportunity for them to be able to make their own judgment. So it was a nice excuse, and I issued a press release as well. With that, I stepped down with the decision that I will never ever go sit in a public chair again. But let me tell you that I am being approached by the stakeholders of Sri Lanka tourism to take up. Let me not be very specific, but key roles.
I think you should reconsider the decision about not.
So my decision is I will support any government, whether it's red or blue or green, whatever.
He's used to taking his own decisions. Yeah. He can't. I think that's the reason that you're not taking up.
No, there are risks associated with some of the decisions that you take.
So you want to play it safe.
And you should be able to perform as well. I mean, there is something right that you think should be done for the desired results, right? You see that very clearly, and sometimes your hands are tight and you can't make that decision. And funny thing is, I think it will help those who are watching this broadcast. It's a case. Tourism is all about selling emotions, right? Nothing else. It's the experience. True. It's not, whales or dolphins or tea gardens or anything. It's a feeling that, you sell. So for that, you got to create an emotional brand. So let me explain the process that you have to go through as the chairman of Sri Lanka tourism. Of course, I have had 30 years of brand communication experience. So you come up with a creative, you come up with an idea, you bounce that off the people that you're working with, in the institution, and then you present it to the board, and board comprises of, good, capable, knowledgeable hoteliers like Hiran Kure, all of them. So they endorse it, and the next step, it has to go to the treasury to be vetted. And who's vetting it? Junior accountants.
What?
Yeah, junior accountants. And unless they approve, you can't implement it. It's a case where you have the approved budgets available, right? The entire industry, makes a decision saying that this is the best thing that should be done. And a junior accountant at the finance ministry, makes the final call. So how can you build an emotional brand, right? I mean, it's okay, provided it is evaluated by the people who have
same
the
caliber,
knowledge, the technical, background, the experience, who understand.
Did you bring it up
brand
with one-on-one with the president?
Quo remains. So, I mean, you go and talk to, the hierarchy, they'll say, go talk to this person, he'll get it done for you. It doesn't happen that way. No, it's written in book. So, you violate that, you'll be behind bars.
Kishu, the model, what kind of person is he? Fussy about his clothes or brands? Or
you have never modeled,
very,
right? Have you modeled
like
yes,
photo shoot
of
model?
course,
photo shoots?
Of course. No,
yeah,
I mean,
next show you can take you.
I have used him on ramp many
I
times.
have done it for her,
Yeah.
last year, was it last
Yes,
year? The last one?
year, yeah.
Last one was last year.
Yes, you were there.
Yeah, you were there as well. You MC'd it, yeah. So no, I mean, how did I become a model? Again, I have to go back to my athletic career. So I started working for Coca-Cola. So the company had Sportsmate, right?
Oh.
So this was at the Police Park, and so they knew that I was the national hurdles champion. So then they decided to have this event. It's no joke, right? I mean, you have to hire hurdles, you have to place them, and it's a big job. But they decided because they wanted to see me in action. So it was Coca-Cola then, right? So all the media guys were there. And about
and the media loves you,
20
so,
as well. I mean, because of my
one of the darlings
sincerity,
of the media. Yes,
sincerity, honesty, and down to earth nature. All of that. So these guys, kept on clicking, from the start to the end. So there was this nice photograph taken by one of the photographers where I was clear in the last hurdle, and between me and the second guy, there must have been about 5 hurdles gap minimum. Right? They were jumping hurdles, I were running hurdles, right? So that was the difference. So yeah,
they were jumping hurdles and you were running.
So you jump and you navigate it and then you start running. Right. So whereas hurdles, when you develop the right technique, you run. You don't jump as such.
So a jump is like a run.
You jump
Swift.
over
it's
it.
It's the
You run
style.
over it.
Yeah, the technique, right?
Right,
So that's what I meant. So it was a beautiful photograph. So this, I didn't know who it was. So this photographer, I mean, of course, it wasn't digital then, right? So this guy came, showed me the photograph and said, "This is beautiful. Can I use this, for a print ad?" So I asked, what is that? I wouldn't mention the name. It sounds very funny. So I said, "Oh, you're young and why not?" Right? So I said, "Yeah, go ahead." And so he gave me, some money. If I remember right, about $1,000 or something.
How old were you?
I was 18 and a half then.
Okay.
So or 19, around that age. So that's how I became a model. And then I got various invitations by all the other advertising companies then. So I promoted a hard liquor brand in Sri Lanka. It was allowed then, and it's disallowed now.
That was my next question.
Right. So then it was allowed, and cigarettes and liquor, all of that, and then whatnot, and then when I created this record, as the youngest to head a multinational company, Fausul invited me to be his first Sri Lankan brand ambassador for his Envoy brand. So did that, and then every 2 years I pick one brand. I mean, last week I did an ad, for a car brand. So it happens more frequently now. I have a policy where I endorse just one brand in one category, whether I have a contract or otherwise. I will not take another brand because
conflicting brands.
You lose credibility also.
Yeah, I lose credibility, and some of these.
Yes, I know. I was going to say it.
Known people. So you know,
brands,
right? And
identical brands.
I have no
I've
reason.
spoken to you about
Yes,
this.
yes,
No?
we have.
Yeah.
I have no reason to earn money out of it.
True.
I'm doing it, for
Pleasure and
pleasure, and then for my own satisfaction, to send right messages to the younger generation to say use all your skills and talents, and create a differentiation for you to be a brand and things like that. So these are nice vibes that you can disseminate. So for that reason only I'm doing it. So yeah, so pretty
Being
much
this
today.
very busy person you are. How much of time in your life is there for Shami Gomes, your wife, and your 2 sons who are adults now?
Shami is your good friend as well, I know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Shami isn't-
and she's very fond of you as well. So whenever I say, I have this job to be done with Kumar, no questions asked. Is Kumar? Yeah, so no
I must
problem.
ask her.
Right?
I must ask her.
You can ask her. You can ask her.
But you
So-
have balanced your personal and professional life so well.
But it's tough also, no?
So
Yeah, so I mean, people say
she's like the pillar behind
Oh, yes.
you.
Shami is the-
definitely.
The rock.
So the answer to your question is, it's not the length of time you spend with them. It's what you do, how you spend the time you have for the family.
Quality.
Right? Quality. What you do with them. When you have time available. I mean, there are husbands, who are at home but who are not at home.
Yes.
Right? In my case, no, I would always engage with them, and do things for them, make them happy. And Saturday, Sunday, Shami has her own program, the routine, so to speak. So I will accompany her. I'll go with her. I will drive her. All of that. So whenever I'm at home, I do that. And I mean, family is priority for me, and my wife and my 2 sons. So far, I don't think they have any big complaints. I mean, they would
No, why would they complain?
they would want me to spend more time, but they very well understand who I am, what I do, and why I do what I do. And they have satisfaction out of it as well when they go out. When people say, okay, I saw your husband. For example, before I came here, I was at a funeral. So distant relative. So I went and sat there. So all the people who came, and then some people introduced me. Who doesn't know him? He's a national. So what more, right? I mean, to me, living is all about
Touching people's lives. That's what I think.
touching people's lives. Being recognized by people. Not for being the personality you are, but for being the man you are. Being the human being you are.
True.
Right? So you show that. I mean, it's not a case where you think you are the best and then you do no harm to others. But it's not the case. Other people have to see that. Right? They need to feel it. Then only they will love you. Right? It's not about being the best. It's about being loved by others. It's about winning in the eyes of others. It's not about you winning and having your own endorsement on it and think that you are the biggest, best, and no one can beat you kind of attitude. No, it's not that. It's just performing better than others to the best of your ability, where others will give you the judgment, and that judgment has to be sincere and very genuine, and with love it has to be presented to you, and that's what I try to earn.
May I or may I not ask you how old you are? You can pass.
You
I
should
can
not.
also pass.
You should not.
No, I think age is just a number. It's
2
the
against
growth.
1 now. Fine,
It's
okay.
growth, and it's how
2
you
against
have.
1. Okay, fine. I give up.
Okay, I want to ask you, Kishu. There are a lot of youngsters now who don't want to do the hard work, but they want to achieve what you have
The
achieved.
shortcuts.
Yeah. So instant fame, a quick buck they'll want to earn. Or maybe they'll want to be something as an imitation.
Sure.
Influencer, instant money.
Loads of stuff that they want to do,
Freebies.
but they want to have that goal of becoming whatever.
Majority is
What
only
is
that.
your advice to
Yeah.
them?
I mean, there's nothing to replace hard work, right? It's hard work, but people get it wrong. People think when you say hard work that it's about going and cutting a tree or cultivating. It's not
Smart also.
Yeah, hard work can also be where you use your brains for a longer time. It's what is harder than that, you tell me, right?
True.
So it's about that. So without hard work, unless you really aggressively apply yourself, there's no way that you can win, right? So hard work is only way to basically be a winner, to be able to perform better than others, to lead the pack. My 2 sons are working really, really hard, right? And Kumar knows it very well as well. My second son, who's in Australia, he works long hours than me, right? But he's extremely happy as well. and he's doing very well. He's doing better than his father.
Good.
So I'm very happy.
Every parent's dream, no?
Yes,
Every
exactly.
parent's
Yes,
dream. And
yes.
my elder one is shaping up very well as well. And he works long hours. He works on poe days.
So they
works
don't
for
take
one
the
of
tag, I'm Kishu's son, into their lives.
No, I mean they want to build their own name,
identity.
own brand. They may be using it, but they
don't depend
especially
on it.
especially the elder one doesn't want him to be Kishu Gomes' son. And
He's
then
wise, for sure.
yeah, so he's saying no. So I like it. They're right as well. They're right as well. But at the same time, Kumar, if they can, tag that on to run faster, to have a competitive edge over the others. There's nothing wrong in using it also.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in using it also. I mean,
You're born with it. Why not take an advantage?
in the right way, if you use it,
For true.
what is wrong with it? No one can say you're socially, irresponsible or anything of that sort. But if somebody is trying to, just depend on that and on that only, then of course that person is not going to succeed, right?
Definitely.
But you have your core, you play your game, on your own, you are a superstar, or you are trying to be a superstar, and you have something that you can
cling to.
cling to amplify your respect. Why not?
Kishu, as we close our show today, what would your parting message to be yours? To all those young people out there watching you who want to make it big in whatever world they want to go and work, IT, medicine, corporate world, whatever. With your experience,
Yeah, I think
what
he
would
has
you tell them?
jack of all trades, master at none.
Of
I think he has wronged it.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like jack
wronged
of
it,
all
exactly.
trades and mastered it all too.
No, thank you. Thank
What
you
can
so
you tell
much.
those everybody watching you?
Yeah, I mean, have a plan in place before you action it. It's a world where execution takes precedence. I mean, if you don't have the brains, you can buy brains. Meaning, if you don't have a plan in place, you pay a price, you get you buy the plan. But execution is your own accountability, it's your own responsibility, and no one else, can come and help you, in that. So it's your head before your body, and that's the message that I would like to share with the viewers. Until and unless you have a plan in place, don't waste your energy.
Planning, strategy is everything.
On that note of positivity and inspiration, Kishu, thank you so much for being our guest on the show. Lovely as always talking to you.
I know.
Thank
We've
you.
been talking since we were all college grade 1 parents many years ago.
I get motivated each time I speak to him, even
Thank you so
if
much,
it's
guys.
brief
No, it's-
conversation. I mean,
Thank you so much,
such an inspiration.
thank you so much, for those lovely words, and that keeps me going, And then, give me half a minute to, say this as well.
Please.
This is what I try to achieve day in, day out. It's not about me thinking that I'm a Superman. It's about others basically, saying that you're good,
Yeah.
and that's what people
legacy that you
should
leave behind.
Try to kind of expand on to be that person you want to be. So I mean, about the show, I had seen a couple of episodes you guys had done, and I was waiting until I got your call, from you.
We kept the best for the.
To have my name in your list.
We have a long list of people. I mean, how many can you fit into one a week? So it's a long list.
I know.
You're
So
on the list. If you're not on the list, on the list. So just have a
yeah.
matter of
So
time.
I've done one-on-one with you. I've done one-on-one with you as well.
Now 1 on 3, we are like a 3.
three now, and I always enjoy spending time with you two guys, and
Such a
so
Thank you so
you
much,
two
Kishu.
guys
Pleasure
are
having you.
in my heart,
Likewise.
until I close my eyes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh.
Next week, another show, another guest. Until then, bye everybody.